Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. We're picking up where we left off last time around. I went ahead and clicked on the treasure chest, not realizing that it doesn't actually have to be in the radius of your city. You just need to have it visible. Because I clicked on it and it opened up, and we got 10 machinery parts. So there's that. I think at this point, because we're already partway through the cycle, I can't really pivot and go in another direction like this or up here. So I'm probably best just heading towards this question mark and hoping I can reach it. Maybe able to sneak down here, but I don't think much further. So I'm just going to go for this one, and then the cycle will restart and we'll begin all over again. So to that end, I think we'll go right here. Doesn't really matter where we go. All of them will be the Royal Woodlands if we're heading in that direction. Go ahead and give that a click, and we can go with humans and beavers. I prefer that, and I'm gonna go with the small farm just to guarantee that I get it. And I guess let's chuck some meat in there. We'll leave it on veteran difficulty, and we'll do a little embarking. Okay, forest mysteries. Important matters. Patience grows slower during drizzle. Okay, so it just doesn't build up as much during drizzle. That's not too bad, not great, but just gives us a little extra time. All species resolve drops faster, so this means if they are in negative, they'll become negative quicker. So not terrible. As long as we have housing, we don't have to worry about this one. And that's it. Hostility 2. So housing is going to be an important focus this time around. Housing covers this one as well. They'll have negative resolve. And services for this one, but this is all the way at 6. So usually we don't get that far, but sometimes we do. So services will be important this time around as well. Let's go ahead and get started. Build our little pathways here. Oh, look at that. We start with a farm immediately in our initial glade. Well, that is interesting. I guess it's a good thing I started with the small farm right here, because we can just slap that down and away we go. Well, that's not bad at all. Put down some farm fields. Probably gonna want to chop out in that direction. While we're looking at that, let's go ahead and put down a couple woodcutters camps, and we're gonna want to increase the priority on those to make sure they get built first. They're the most important camp, in my opinion. And then, which one of these had roots? Oh, I went right over it. All right, we'll do the small forager camp there just to get that plucked up. And the harvester camp over here to get that plucked up. And we'll slap a couple shelters down just to have something ready to go for housing purposes. Never hurts. And then we'll slap our little crude workstation makeshift post combo there. And I think that's enough to get us started. Trading post usually goes down here. We'll have to wait till we get some stuff cleared out. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna accidentally tap into this glade, but I'm just gonna remove a couple trees right there. All right, let's go ahead, unpause, get the ball rolling. Let's look at our buildings, I guess. I should probably do that. Plantation might be useful. Berries always come in handy. Extra crops, pickled goods, fabric. Every building here, except for the plantation, offers some form of fabric. I guess we'll go with the granary. Or granary, I'm not sure which way. It is preferred pronounced. Herb garden's good too, because herbs can be used in pies or biscuits. I can't remember which. I think we'll go that route, even if we don't use it. I'll go, I want the ale. I really want the ale, but planks are much more valuable. Actually, this is planks, fabric, and bricks. So I think that is even better. We can go directly to that. And we don't even have to build this crude workstation, because that's just, the workshop's just a straight up upgrade to that. So let's just take that off the map. All right, let's go ahead and slap some beaver boys in there. Get them started. No harm in that. This is probably the next priority building. Although, you know what? I probably need the crude workstation first. Otherwise, I won't get enough material to build this. So, unfortunately, I think I'm still going to have to build it and build at least the first couple there. Go ahead and look at our cornerstone options. 2 amber for every 6 packs of trade goods. So this could be good. Packs of provisions for every 10 herbs produced. If we're going to be building a herb, an herb garden, that does provide us an avenue to get a bunch of packs of provisions automatically. So I think I will pick that, because we could do whatever we want with that. We could sell them, we could use them for trading. Speaking of which, yeah, this just gives us supplies, but it's pretty easy to do. I just get 10 planks, and I get 10 of everything. So I think I will go with that. Just a guaranteed step in the right direction. Rebuild or salvage runes. We have 8 minutes on this. Give us the tool shops and reads per minute. It is a fair amount of time, but it's only one cycle, really. And we have to rebuild or salvage a building found, which means we'd have to tap into a major glade to make that happen. And this is super early in the game. We don't have any resources. We run a pretty significant risk of not being able to do whatever the glade event is. So I don't think ultimately this is worth it. I mean, the rewards are kind of nice, but I don't think we'd be able to execute it in the amount of time we have. We're not really staged for this. So we're going to go with this one instead, because +1 plank production is always good, especially on a Royal Forest map where you get a lot of wood. This is pretty good. Give us some extra root production. We can get behind that. I actually think if that is the case, that I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that small farm and start off right away with an herb garden. Now let's go ahead and pop a beaver in there. Pop a human in there. Just get that started. We have housing for almost everyone. Not quite. We're almost to hostility 2 already. So that went pretty quick. All right, looks like we don't really have much of an expansion here. So let's go ahead and come over here. Start working on chopping down these, at least chopping into the small glade here. We can also trim up some of these trees. Try to get more room. A couple small glades down here too we can easily tap into. Probably a good idea to do that too. All right, let's go ahead, punch a beaver or 2 in there. And I think what we'll want to do is just set everything to 4, right? So we just get 4 of everything. And then we can move up to here and start making it all in here. All right. Okay, we tapped into our first glade. We found a clay deposit. Nothing wrong with that. That opens up a couple options to us. We can either choose to make pottery with that, or we can do something else with it. I'm gonna move this guy down here and just keep chopping. We got a little time. The next storm's coming up pretty quick. I definitely want to get this done first. We don't have anybody available for building. I feel like maybe taking one person out of here, just so that they start delivering supplies over here. Maybe even start building it. Now, to my knowledge, we don't have any penalty currently. Let's go ahead and disable this building. No need for this anymore now that we have the prepper workstation done. And this we can limit to like 50 of everything. I think that is perfectly acceptable. All right, we did tap into another glade, some eggs, and a bird nest. They are small, so we should be able to, or I'm not eggs in a bird nest, some berries. That's 2 separate things though. Kind of sucks. I feel like it used to be one, but now it's 2 different things. All right, let's see who else we got here. Looks like harpies are on the menu for us. I'm gonna go with humans and beavers. Yeah, maybe farms can plant mushrooms in case down the road if we get a farm or a mushroom cornerstone. Not the best thing, but it's something. Let's go ahead and move these guys down here just so they have a little better visibility and access to the area. We are going to end up building some pretty specific buildings here. Rotate this. Might as well put down some beaver houses right away, because we're going to have the planks available. Look at our next cornerstone picks. Reach standing level 1 with 2 settlements. That's a pretty easy thing to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then, so I'd have to do 2 forbidden glades in the same time frame. All we get is an explorer's lodge and some supplies. Probably not worth it. The +2 flour would be nice if we get flour this time around, which usually we do. This is okay, but like these two are temporary. This 15-minute faster woodcutters is not, it's nothing to write home about. It's okay, but we don't currently have a way to make packs of luxury goods, so we could buy this and end up never being able to do it. This is a doable thing, so I guess I feel like playing a little safe this time around, so we will go ahead and go that route. This is a little unfortunate. Have a little roots deposit and have a flax field. Looks like we do get some insects from that, so at least there's that going for us. I guess we'll move up here and start chopping into this bigger glade. Cleared out a little room down here. We could just, I think, trim right into this. We'll work our way over here, get this all kind of dug out. We'll work our way over here and just keep trimming around. I think maybe next season we'll end up going into a big glade, depending on how much they get cleared out over here. I'm hoping pretty soon we'll be able to get enough people or enough material to get this herb garden up and running. I don't think it's unreasonable to expect the planks. I feel like we should have plenty of wood and stuff. Yeah, we do. Okay, there we go. Looks like humans are still the go-to for this. Looks like we probably want to focus on herbs, I would imagine. Yeah, I'm gonna uncheck mushrooms for now. Just focus on the herbs. We're getting roots separate from that over here, and we'll get some done here as well. All right, this season's coming to an end. Storm is right around the corner. We haven't actually completed any orders yet, but we're moving in the right direction. Really, I just need some planks. They should be working on that right now. Although those will probably be eaten up. Yeah, looks like the planks are getting eaten up by these beaver houses, which is fine. I think the housing is beneficial regardless. All right, we're up here. We got the chopping going along. Tapped into a glade. Looks like another small clay deposit, which is perfectly acceptable. Look at our next cornerstone here. Could gain clay and read every discovered glade. It's early in the game, so there's a lot of opportunity to get a lot of resources out of that, or we could just make wood cutting faster. That's probably also beneficial to us. I feel like we have enough clay and reed, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, more bodies for the camp. We'll go that route. Get a couple humans, get a couple... Okay, we need to worry about housing, because now we're at hostility 2. So we have another beaver house going up over here. I think we just build those and get those completely squared away. Human house, I don't know if we'll have enough time, but I will try to slap a couple of those down. And that should free up enough space for the harpy we have to move into these houses for now. But I do want to kind of prioritize getting these homes built. So I'm not going to try to build anything else right now. Just going to focus on that. Let the planks get chewed up over here for now. Let's extend our paths out. I'm going to move these guys over here. Probably should rotate them, but it's fine. I just really need to cut through this. All right, we got roots and we got herbs coming up on our little initial farm here. They're almost done with this flax field, so we could slap down another like regular house over here when we get to that point. I really hope they make some progress over here. We got another beaver house up. I mean, any beaver house built still works because it gets them out of these houses, and then it allows them to move into this area. So it's still a victory either way. I don't know if we'll get luxury, but I know we'll get that. We can make the packs for sure. Okay, so ancient tablet, 3 glades, 20-minute timer. I think that's possibly doable. So I am going to go ahead and pick that. 20 minutes is a fair amount of time. Well, I feel like the resources we're producing are very sluggish, I guess is the best way to put that. So let's see how that pans out for us. I wish there were more slots to work in here, because this just is not going too well for us. Let's get a stonecutter's camp up and running. Slap that right here, so it has enough space to get both of these. And let's slap a couple people in there, get that going, because we're gonna need that for the bricks. No bricks, no human houses. All right, we did complete our first order here, so let's go ahead and turn that in. That gives us extra roots, gives us a couple more people, and gives us some clay right off the bat, so we can get started on those bricks again. Looks like we are working on the human house, both of them, so that should cover that. Okay, everybody is moved in except for one harpy. Is currently listed as homeless. Let's slap a shelter down. Maybe we can eke that out during or right before the storm. There is a possibility that that harpy's gonna go. All right, looks like the beaver is particularly unhappy. I'm gonna try to keep them happier. Just buy us a little time. A harpy builder left. That's fine. We just have to make it through the storm. I don't think there's anything we can do to appease. I guess we could just try to keep that harpy a little happier. Okay, so that is fine. Harvester camp looks like we can move down here. And the same with the small forager camp, we can move down here. Let's look at the next building we can build. Here is a rain mill. Let's go ahead and grab that. That gets us the flour that we need. Not a great place to put it, but I guess we'll just slap it there for now. Let's go ahead and amber for every 50 wood produced. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. I think that's fine. We should now finally be able to get down our trading post, which I kind of wish we did a little sooner, but hey, you know what? It happens. All right, let's start tapping into glades, because we do have that ethereal order. I do think we need to kind of focus on getting that done. Chop into that, and then we could chop into this glade, chop into this glade. They're all really close. Get another group of people. Okay, it looks like we got Mr. Zorg. What do we want to sell? 3 incense for every roots. I think that's a good one, because we're actually making roots here, so that is immediately beneficial to us. But let's try to see if we could sneak into a glade before we do anything, just so we could see what this event is and what supplies we need to counteract it. Okay, looks like resin will do the job. So let's go ahead and do that. I think we'll go ahead and keep the goods on that. And now that we know resin is what we need to keep, let's just try to get to 18. I don't think we have to go above and beyond that. Packs of provisions are good to sell here. Sell some of our resin. Need some of it for that glade event. It's a lot of fabric. I kind of hate to sell that much of it, but are we even going to get to 18? I think we can. Might have to part with a fair amount of supplies here, but I think we can do it. There we go. Do that and do that. Sooner we get that, the better, because this is producing just back to back to back. All right, we do have some fertile soil in here, so I think we can go ahead and slap down a regular farm in this area. Is that the most efficient place to put it? I think so. There are some like crop areas back here that I'm not going to be able to reach, but or maybe it reaches there. I may have accidentally killed off a tile or two, but whatever. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everything's good. All right, so this got rid of, or this gave us a bunch of hostility, which is, you know, always a good time. Go ahead and slap some humans in here, get some food cranking out. I hope this completes relatively soon. Still did not, I don't think this gave me a tablet. No, it didn't. Did give me this, cornerstone though. That's kind of nice. Let's go ahead and do this. That'll just give us some more supplies. I don't know why that made Harpy Resolve go down. I still don't, like, feel like I still struggle to fully understand how resolve sometimes works. I'm sure I ran out of supplies or food or something that triggered that, but it's not terribly transparent as to like what the root cause of the problem is. All right, let's go ahead and tap into there. Let's look at our next building, by the way. So we have, I think the bakery is probably the way to go, right? Yeah, get some biscuits going. Go ahead and slap that down. We get the granary going here as well. We got to get these beavers happier, man. They're not digging it. Let's limit this to 50 packs of building materials. Okay. So we'll limit that to 15 because that's what we currently need. Put some beavers into that. Let's get some humans cooking on, I guess we'll limit these to 50, right? And pottery, I don't know, we got to share it with bricks. So I think we'll limit this to like 40 maybe. Put somebody in there. That made them a little happier. Okay. Not the end of the world at the moment. You know what the other thing we need to do? We need to start building out some of these parks and stuff. Kind of wish we had this a little more dug out for that. Let's go ahead. I mean, we can move the decorations, right? So let's just slap them down for now. There we go. Get the garden. Humans sure to be in here doing something. Let's look at our last order here. 12 trade routes, huh? I mean, it's a doable thing, and we are producing the packs of goods, so... And I think we have to do something else with that anyway. Yeah, we had... Well, I felt like there was something with trade routes. Go ahead and do that. Are we going to tap into this before the storm? Oh, did that hostility go back down after this was finished? That's kind of good. I thought that was like a permanent 40 hostility once it added on. Looks like food is a challenge for us at the moment, which is, I suppose, less than ideal. Let's slap a harpy into here. I think we could leave this on pretty much anything. Limit this to 30. We don't need this fabric recipe. Right now we don't need the packs of crops, although we might down the road. So it's good to know we have that if we need it. Okay, we tapped into our next glade, which is the next thing we need for disturbing the ancients. I really like the idea of having a termite nest, although I have no people available to work on it currently. Let's take a person out of here and just get the ball rolling over here. Scribe could be nice. I only have 7 minutes left to complete this. I have to get ancient tablets. Resolve is low across the board. That is not good. We're gonna lose some people. Why is resolve so low? Probably because we're not doing anything for anybody. we have no biscuits, no pickled goods, no clothing, no nothing really. All right, lost the woodcutter. I mean, we'll have to replenish our people. Human baker left. There's just nothing I can do here. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our next thing. Grain production increases every time it's done. And here's the mushroom thing. The fungal guide. I think grain is going to be more important. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that option. We have to start tackling this resolve situation because it's getting pretty grody during storms. That is definitely going to be a problem. Oh, they're still leaving. Yeah, they're really pissed. All right, well, let's get some more people to replace them. Thank you for joining us after we've lost so many people. Still have angry harpies. They're just all gonna leave, and that's nothing we can do about it. All right, let's slap another beaver into the woodcutter's camp, because that needs to be a thing. I guess we'll put a human in here just to get this done a little quicker. All the harpies are gonna leave, but there's nothing I can do about it at the moment. All right, well, we at least have production going on everything. I'm hoping once these glade things are done. All right, so Hilda, be our savior. Make somebody happy. I like this, the +1 resolve. That will help mood in general. Scrapper's camp isn't that important. +1 mushroom is okay, but we certainly don't need it. Let's just try to get 4, which I do think is a very doable thing. Actually gonna sell one of these. Hey, that's perfect. Trade that, trade that. I think we don't need to get much more complicated than that. However, I could sell a bunch of wood. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, is there anything else? Let's sell some herbs. I think that's fine. I think that should, just so we have some amber hanging around. Should we get mushroom production? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be that that important to our success. Let's go ahead and do this. Get the extra planks. I think that is perfectly fine. I don't know if I need any of this stuff. These are just better camp versions. Forester hut gives us resin, but I don't feel like we need it necessarily. The crystallized dew is nice, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm gonna reroll. I do like this, the monastery. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. That's religion and leisure. Does that kind of services? I don't know. I'm gonna slap that building down there though. All right, we'll leave it at that for now. Is there somebody I can take out of somewhere? I'm gonna pull you from here just to get this done. I have some people available. I thought I didn't have anybody available. All right, we'll go ahead and keep those people in there. There we go. Insects per minute. Can't go wrong with that. Let's get another small farm up and running over here and get a farm field. We're like out of time here. We're not going to get this disturbing the ancients thing. I could pop this glade, and I will, but I did not focus enough on... Some of these are really hard to get in the time frame they give you. All right, hopefully we'll be able to tackle the resolve issue. Yeah, see, we wouldn't have got the ancient tablet anyway, even with hitting all three of these, so kind of out of luck there a little bit. But that's still a nice function. All food production is slower. I feel like that's not necessarily that bad of a thing. Negative global resolve absolutely is a terrible thing, and that's gonna go into the because we only have 3 minutes till the next storm, and this is a 4-minute timer, unless I sneak somebody else out of here, put them on that, so it'll overhang by 15 seconds, give or take some. Let's go ahead and investigate. Definitely don't want to mess that up. Okay, that sucks pretty bad. More people could be good, but I think, yeah, more people, just because we're gonna lose so many people to dissatisfaction. I think I'm gonna go ahead and recruit more people. People are gonna be a problem this time, although I'm hoping some of these resolve problems, you know, resolve themselves in a way. It's a crappy pun, but still. I guess, you know, this beaver churning out some pickled goods is making at least making the beavers a little happier, if not anybody else. I don't think there's anything we can do for the humans right now. I mean, we want biscuits, right? So we got the mill here, but there's no granary coming in. Let's go ahead and do this. Makes the villagers move a little quicker. Increases the morale slightly. All right, we gotta get, okay, brewery. I've been waiting for you. That needs to be built like yesterday. Our people like beverages, and we have to start churning them out ASAP. We don't need this pickled goods recipe. Packs of crops, we got a better recipe somewhere else. So, education, are we gonna get that? I feel like we are. Hub. So we did get the first 2 levels of the hub built. Last one's the service building. All right, religion, we should be fine because we're producing incense indirectly via roots. And leisure will be good because we just built a brewery. So that should make people happy. I can't believe we still have upset beavers. Like, what is going on? All right, let's check out the trades. Let's buy an expansion here. I'm gonna sell some of that. That should get this trade route taken care of. We're not producing any of this stuff yet. I'm surprised I don't have enough planks. I thought for sure I'd have cranked out enough planks by now. For whatever reason, they're kind of sleeping on that. All right, harvester camp's got nothing nearby. What are you doing? You got anything you can do anywhere else? Doesn't look like it. I'll slap you over here then and take the human out. Maybe they can build this farm and get this farm up and running. Oh, I lost the beaver baker. That is unfortunate. Oh, standing level, making connections. That's what I need. Okay, so anything good here? Villagers, no. I don't want to add hostility. That would be pretty terrible. Shady character appears. You can choose one blueprint from all unlocked blueprints. Is there a particular blueprint that would do me good right now? I don't know. I think we're in pretty good shape. Although I feel like we're like something that gives us clothing would be good across the board, or jerky. Either one could be good. Clothing would be particularly good. Let's go ahead and pick that. And I think what I will pick is the Lothier. Get us them coats. Is there anything else that can get us coats but give us something else that's even better? This gives us an avenue to make trade goods and tools along with those coats. Let's go ahead and do that. I think a 2-star recipe for coats is perfectly fine. I guess we'll slap that here. That is close enough. All right, we did get a little aggressive with the Glade expansion, so we were trying to complete that order that we unfortunately failed. So I guess right now we're just kind of making up for lost time. Let's get some more people. Humans would be good. I think we need humans for all these farms we're building. Is this worth... I don't know if this is worth rebuilding now that we have ale elsewhere. We definitely need the food situation taken care of. Let's build a warehouse over here. Let's just salvage this stuff. I don't think we need any of it. I do want to increase the priority of the farm. The sooner we can get people in there working, the sooner we can get an appropriate amount of food. I do want to trim out all these trees too. Let's get our woodcutters camps in kind of better positioned over here. We moved them over here to tap into the glade, and we just kind of left them chopping around. All right, we got some more people we can put into here. Scouts are idle in scribe. Oh, because they're out of planks. The planks thing, that's a little rough. Like, I feel like we should be making a lot more of those. I'm gonna go ahead and sell some resin. Can't really sell anything else. Oh, we could sell some pickled goods. That should complete that standing level one. So we can at least get that in there. Let's get some people in here. Well, actually, take those humans out of there, unfortunately. I think it's more important that they start working on the food because everybody's starving to death. Let's put down a field here, and as soon as they chop this out, we'll slap a field there as well. At least those insects are providing us with some food. It's not completely empty. We have 31 amber. Okay, makes it easier to dry clothes. Time spent resting 30% under the effect of clothing. Conveniently, we're just about to get clothing, so I definitely don't think that's a bad thing. Packs of building materials. I think this is where all of our planks are going, so we definitely need to up that. I guess we'll leave copper ore handy in case we need it for something. Can we eke out a little bit of extra value here? I guess let's try to sneak a couple coats in. Just to increase the morale temporarily while we're waiting for this stuff to get built. Where is the... where are we building packs of building materials? All right, let's limit this to like... Actually, let's just turn this off for now. Too many of our planks are being consumed by that. But I think at this point we just kind of have to wait. We need more houses. I just realized we are shy on housing for everyone, and the next storm is going to cause people to leave as a result, so that is less than ideal. We should probably put somebody over here and just trim out all these trees. We have an opportunity to get a couple more people. I'll use roots for this. Do we want the amber or the people? I have a feeling we're going to lose people, so let's go ahead and recruit them. Did we not increase the standing level? Oh, I think we will after that one completes. There we go. Go ahead and deliver that. Gives us some amber. We never did pick this. Okay, so education. This gives leisure and religion. There we go, increasing the moods a little bit there. So education's not necessarily in the cards, but I doubt we're gonna do 2 hubs. Well, let's go ahead and pick that, and we'll see what we end up with. That should be okay. I do like this. Tools and packs of building materials. That is, I feel like, more doable than this because we can never produce enough food for all the people we have. So I think we'll go that route, and we might up our building materials and simple tools again. At least we have a way to make simple tools, right? Let's leave him out for now. Well, I don't know. We really need to get production going on some clothing and stuff to make people happier. Get that, at least those 2 farm fields going. Are people not working here? What's going on? Is there anywhere we can take people out of? Yes, let's take you out of here and slap you in here. Get you started on simple tools. Yeah, let's just not mess with that for now. We can go ahead and do this. Limit this to like 50. I think that'd be fine. Limit this to 40. Limit this to 50. All right. The ball can get rolling on that. Tavern. We're already getting leisure fulfilled, so this doesn't do us any good. Temple will give us that education that we apparently need. So we could slap that down here, and that should be fine. We also need to increase our decorations. So we need 16. Was that of the green? So this counts as 4. So we need 2 more of these, which is fine. And then we need two tombstones. All right. That should be just fine and dandy. Looks like humans got some pretty good resolve up there. Harpies are just sinking. We're going to lose people because of the housing. Hopefully we get a house built. There we go. Beavers are safe. Losing harpies because they're unhappy. Humans are safe. All the harpies left, aside from 1. So they are, they definitely don't love us, that's for sure. I think we can just leave the 1 in the bakery. Is there anywhere where we're missing people entirely? The monastery, we need to repopulate for sure. Vegetable production, I think that is probably a good thing, especially with all the farms we have. If we could stack those vegetables, that would be fantastic. That would help with the food situation that we apparently just continually fall into. All right, and then let's just focus on, looks like Beaver Resolve is high enough to carry us. Newcomers should be coming pretty soon. Yeah, let's wait until we get Beaver Resolve done and turned in. That gives us some biscuits, some tools. We need the tools for this order. I'm gonna go this route just to get some more humans in here. I think that is always beneficial. We could slap another harpy house down over here. Looks like we are building up this temple that can provide us some, hopefully some sanity somewhere here. All right, this temple is done. Let's pop some people in here. I'm just gonna pop pop them in there in particular. We could use this incense and the education. Once that's fulfilled, we could turn that in. Trade routes, packs of building materials, all things we need. I think we're okay over here. We really need to tap into another glade at some point, relatively soon, just from a supplies perspective. Apparently I need another human house, so let's get that out of the way. Slap that down. How we need more people, or more houses for people, when we barely have the buildings properly staffed is kind of crazy to me. Stonecutters camp, nothing nearby. Oh, look at, everybody is happy. That's a little bit of a surprise, but I'm glad for it. Let's slap a warehouse down, just so this food doesn't have as far to walk to get to where it needs to go. And we can get these stones. This rain mill we don't really need because we already have one up here. So let's go ahead and earmark that for salvage. I think we can go ahead and investigate that, rip that down. What is going on with, yeah, there we go. All right, well, everybody's super happy. I like seeing that. That should progress this along pretty quickly. What else do we need? Don't think we need much. This can give us cosmetics, which the Harpies like. Wouldn't be the end of the world to get that built over here somewhere. It looks like we did finish chopping that out. Let's move this guy up here. Do we have a okay. So we need to get a warehouse up here just so stuff gets delivered a little faster. And let's finish chopping this out. We never did. I mean, at this point, we just ride it out. That our impatience is going to lower significantly because everybody's super happy. And this is just going to keep plowing forward. 0.72 a minute. That's really good. So our food's going up pretty significantly. I'll slap this over here. Okay, the hub is at the maximum level. So we have extra global production. I'm going to take this person out of here just because why have them in there if they're not doing anything? All right, everybody's properly housed. Education need is fulfilled. I do want to restrict the scrolls. Can we restrict that? I don't know. Consumption control. This is all like food and stuff, right? Let's restrict scrolls for now. Just because I need scrolls. I just need to be able to turn this in. And do we have a way to make scrolls? We do. It's kind of garbage. But I guess it's better than a kick in the teeth. Pigment. Do we have a way to make pigment? Because we don't have any pigment. Probably not. No, we don't. Alright, maybe that's one of the buildings we can get here. None of these make pigment. The 1-star jerky. I'd like 2 or better. Let's go ahead and roll. No pigment, no jerky. There's jerky. There's pigment. Couldn't be the same. Had to be different. Do we have... Well, everybody's really happy, so I don't know how much the jerky I need. I think the pigment is more pragmatic, let's say. All right, let's go ahead and get that built and get that cranking along. I really just need 20 scrolls. Even if I could just buy them from the trader just to turn that in, I'd be perfectly happy with that. Okay. You do not sell scrolls, but you do sell this perk, which we could double up on. I like the idea of crops are faster. I guess we could leave it at that for now. Okay. Packs of building materials. I think it is time to re-up that. What was the building that was doing that? Must have been this one. Is that the best recipe we have? Packs of building materials. Yes, the 1-star in the rain mill is the best we have. So that's got to get to 20. Simple tools is close. Oh crap, does he sell tools? He does. Let's get 20 tools out of him. That is a very reasonable thing that we can do. Perfect. So now we got that. Trade routes. Any trade routes? Yes. Okay. Can't do that. Can't do that. We don't have 12 clay? Oh. I can only have 2 active routes. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Alright, some harpies are gonna be unhappy, but that's okay. We can work with that. Okay, let's try to increase their mood. Just carry it through the storm. Alright, looks like we can successfully peel through the storm. 20 amber for every 100 ale. I'm down with that. We're definitely churning the ale out. No reason not to do that. Okay, so this has a... We have our coat recipe taken care of, so I don't have to worry about that. At least I don't think I have to worry about that. Pigment. You exist because of pigment. So we need pigment, and we're going to grind down stuff to make that happen. Let's limit that to 50. And then we are going to use this. Yes. We'll use the pigment to make trade goods. Cool. That's all doable. I'd really like, more than anything, I'd really like a way to make, scrolls. I gotta sneak in a house somewhere over here. I guess we'll just slap it here. All right, farm field. Get that built out. Is there anywhere else we can chop that makes sense? Couple nasty glades around here. I guess let's just come up here, pop into another glade. We're in the drizzle coming into a clearance. I think that's enough time to tap into that. People aren't as happy as they were. I don't know what's going on there. I think we just ran out of like clothing and religion and everything. Hopefully that'll pick back up once we harvest the resources we need to do that. Path going. What's going on here? Sother the Ancient. He sells stuff and things. All right, let's move these guys up here. Okay, we did tap into a glade. There is something here. Hey, look at that. Scrolls. Thank you. May I have another? All right, let's tap into here. We can produce another farm building over here. Question is, does it need to be a farm? I don't think so. We have enough food getting cranked out here. And vegetables are compounding over time, right? Because we got that every time. Yeah, it looks like grain's compounding over time as well. I can't find the vegetable one. I think it's got to be here somewhere, but I swore there was something that increased the amount of vegetables we get every time we produce like 25 of them. So, or maybe it was just a +2. I don't know. Either way, plenty of food. Definitely don't need that. So if that is the case, go ahead and get another herb garden up and running. I think that would not hurt. I'm gonna move this up here, move this over here to maximize the space we got here. Looks like humans are still our go-to here. Do we need mushrooms? I don't feel like we need mushrooms. Turn that off just to focus on the herbs and roots. The herbs and the roots. So the roots are the better thing because that leans into this incense thing. The herbs, looks like we're using here for both biscuits and pie. So everything is pretty happy there, it looks like. Okay, once these scrolls are pulled out of here, we can turn that in and knock this along a little bit. Why are they so unhappy? We can't even get them to positive. I mean, I guess there's no biscuits available. Nobody's homeless. All right, now I'm gonna lose beavers? No. Okay, Harpy baker left. That's a problem. I need a baker. I always need a baker going. Scrolls. There we go. We get some incense out of that. +2 scroll production. That should move things in the right direction, right? All right. Beavers were kept happy enough to not get wiped out. Let's take a look at our next thing. We are making biscuits. So I think producing double yields when under the effect of biscuits is definitely a reasonable thing. We could buy scrolls now, but we don't need them. We needed them earlier. Now we don't need them. Let's go ahead and check these boxes again. So let's go ahead and consume those services to make people happy. Sother. Pigment production would be nice because that leads to trade goods. Scroll production's decent too. Is there anything I can sell though? Not enough to get us that far along. Well, maybe. Let's go to what? We need 19 to get both of these. So let's do some of that. We don't actually need the pet. Well, we might need packs of trade goods up here. Let's see what we got going on up here first. I need to get some of this done. We could sell some clay. I can only do 2 at a time. We could do that. Okay, that's all moving that in the right direction. Let's get back to this then. We could sell some parts. I'm not building that many more buildings. Holy cow, parts sell for a lot. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Extra scrolls, extra pigment. The scrolls are particularly useful because that's just going to feed into the education more. So I think it is worth doing for that purpose alone. Incense, we definitely can make it on our own, and that would make people pretty happy. So I do think it's worth putting somebody in the building for that. We don't need a biscuit thing over here because we have a 2-star biscuit here. All right, so we need more bodies. We need more people. Coal could be useful. That's a 3-star scroll recipe, but I feel like because we have the +3, that should be, we should be fine with that. Let's just do this in case we end up wanting coal for some reason. It certainly isn't the end of the world if we don't have it, but Okay, everybody should be a little bit happier now. That's the hope anyway. When is our next group of people? It should be really soon. All right, here we go. Let's slap some beaver boys into there. Let's get a person cranking here, getting some incense going. Might be able to get some cosmetics going at some point too, but so one downside to this building, there's only 2 slots, so the production of these materials is pretty limited in general. All right, packs of building materials should be cranking along now that we got somebody working on all this stuff. All right, people are generally pretty happy there, it looks like. Some more farm fields built out there. We need housing going into the clearance. Man, housing is getting tight. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Put some housing over here. It's like 2 human houses and a beaver house would get the job done. Let's get rid of this little road piece there. All right, 2 beaver houses and a human house. There we go. We should have the resources to accommodate that. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. So we haven't actually benefited from this grain bags perk yet. Should be coming up pretty soon though. Farmer yields from being under the effect of biscuits. That's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because the more biscuits you have, the more biscuits you can make. I'm gonna slap another person in here just so we can focus on getting those biscuits cranked out. Go ahead and turn that in. +2 biscuit production and even faster harvesting and planting of crops. I'm not seeing any downsides here. Let's go ahead and look at the trade routes. We can go ahead and send a little bit of grain there. Do we not have any of this other stuff? Not enough goods, huh? We could sell you. All right, there we go. We're moving along. There we go. +1 grain as a result of the grain bags perk. All right, at this point, it's just kind of a waiting game. We just got to keep everybody happy enough to generate some reputation from high resolve. So what is lacking for beavers? Looks like we're missing out on some pottery here. We're missing out on clothing. That should be being produced here. Let's limit this to like 10. Okay, let's look. Is there any other trading we can do? Doesn't look like it. It'd be nice to close that out though and be able to just turn that in and be done. Man, harpies are hard to please. Skewers and jerky would kind of move us over the top here for everyone. Food wise, we're just cranking it out. Pottery shouldn't be a limitation either. We lost a harpy priest, so let's just slap another person in there. Get that going. Plenty of education going around. Okay, looks like people are in the positive. Yeah, I'll gain 10 skewers for every 10 pickled goods. That's pretty good, because that would increase people's mood, and we are making pickled goods. Where are we making the pickled goods, by the way? Let me look at the... Well, let me sell some of this stuff just to complete this export function. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Pickled goods are being made granary. And pottery is our current limitation. So we need more pottery production. That's the bottleneck. Woodcutters camp, no suitable trees nearby. I guess we'll just move over here. Stonecutter camp. Move you up here. I feel like we should build a warehouse, even though we're really close to the end here. I imagine this is going to be completed relatively quick. Okay, the export goods should be done really soon. Let's just do some resolve there. Nothing wrong with that. I think we could just buy some jerky just to make people happy for a little while. I mean, we got nothing else to do with our cash. There we go. Just some jerky to move the morale forward a little bit. The question is, what'll complete first? Just the reputation, or we'll complete this order first? Yep, looks like reputation got it. Okay, so little bit of food stockpile. That went pretty easy. Ended up with a lot of food at the end because of those stacking modifiers. Those can be so incredible. It's interesting. So we might be able to sneak in another one before the cycle and get this, whatever this question mark is. But thank you for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.